Hello everyone and welcome to your week ahead energy reading. I actually recorded this reading yesterday and for some reason woke up to edit it this morning and feel that I need to do another one. So I'm not quite sure if there's a different message to come through. So we will see. We've got the new moon in Taurus happening on the 27th, which is in the next couple of days. And that's all about new beginnings in our more physical aspects of life, and setting our intentions around that. In the recorded reading yesterday, I certainly got the message that there was also a need to look at those aspects of our life, particularly actually around familial relationships or connections, but also across all the other aspects of life, and look at what's not in alignment with what it is that we are calling in. Okay, so the first cards we've got out today, I'm using my Sacred Symbols Oracle deck again. We've got Home, which is a 10 card. Relief. Talisman. And Message. Yesterday, I think it might still be up the top. Yeah. In yesterday's reading that I recorded, we got this card. You are wanted. There is a home waiting within. And the message that I just got in these cards right here is you need to come home to yourself, as that is the key to receive the messages that are in alignment with what you need to be focusing on right now. I also got out my Angel Guides Oracle deck because I got the feeling that angels have a message for us this morning. So I might just go there and I will come back and look at relief if I need to a little bit further. Joy and contentment. Anything else, Spirit? Any other messages for the Mind, Body, Soul Transformation Collective? Messages are of the light and the best and highest good of all. Thank you. One more. Ask and receive. The thing that's coming through quite strongly is the messages that you are the answers you are currently seeking outside of yourself actually reside within. And by looking outside of yourself, there's a lot of frustration, tension, anxiety maybe about the situation because you're not getting an answer that aligns with what feels resonant for you. And it is a need right now to come back home, sit in stillness, which is a big part of this new moon energy, and receive from your own intuition through that place of contentment within yourself. But ultimately that will also be what brings in that joy and contentment. By being able to receive these messages, they will unlock what it is you need to step into your path of joy and contentment. I'm still feeling like I need to read the relief book. So I've got cards and boxes everywhere. Relief, number 12 card, comes after Earth. So there is this really needing to be grounded kind of energy. The end of suffering or hard times, a much needed relief or break in the energy, miracles, rescue, and reprieve. Meditate on this symbol when all seems too much. Feel it blast out all the negative as you call in the strength of your heart. This symbol is end strife. It's an Icelandic magical stave associated with ending suffering and calming anger. I'm just going to read this one to you too. It seems like a very similar message to yesterday because that was also very much a follow-on about creating new paths yesterday and releasing what needs to be released. The talisman represents new doors opening for you now. New pathways are present at this time. It also invites you to find or create and charge an appropriate symbol, amulet, or mantra to help support your current endeavors or healing. Empower this talisman with your intention to evoke its magic in your everyday life. Meditate with this symbol to act as a powerful road opener to a new adventure or opportunities, or to discover hidden talismans of power, love, and peace. Okay, dive into the tarot. I'm going to use the Earth Woman Tarot because it is the Taurus new moon that we're stepping into, which is an earth energy, my energy. So So let's see what wants to come through from the tarot for us. There's some bit more guidance about the week ahead. Getting the feeling like yesterday's reading that I recorded is part 1 that needed to be integrated, and then this will be part 2, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes through. All right, messages for the Mind Body Soul Transformation Collective. Page of Pentacles. Too many, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune was one of those, and then Page of Cups along with a bunch of other cards. So I'm just putting them back in the deck. Two of Swords, kind of in reverse. Four of Pentacles. Way too many. Wheel of Fortune came out. And Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. All right. So with the Page of Pentacles here, and I'll show you the card, this is speaking about something new coming in, a new beginning of some description with Pentacle energy. That can be something physical, financial, work, also health matters. So something new in that space that might be an idea or something that you're wanting to try or start, or even just like this calling of wanting to do something different in these spaces. And then we've got the Two of Swords in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords, when it's in the upright, does speak to indecision and just not quite knowing what path to choose. You can see she's blindfolded. With this in reverse, it means like that end of that indecision is here. That the clarity that you are seeking is incoming. And to me, with the oracle cards that we got also, this is from going within. It's going within that home to receive the messages that you need to receive. But with the Four of Pentacles right next to this energy, which is like gripping on and fear of releasing, for fear of the loss of security that might come with that, particularly around whatever this pentacle energy and this new path is. There's the two energies of play. You're getting clear on what you need to do, what it is, what steps you need to take by coming into connection with yourself. But there is still some fear here, and there is still some want to control the situation and to grip on to things that might not be in alignment with this new path. And then lastly, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a divine destined point. Free will is still at play, but ultimately this is coming into your life right now for a reason. There is a change happening. And the message that I'm just really getting here is that interesting. The message that I'm really getting here is that, you can go with what your heart is telling you to do right now, what that inner home and voice and messages are telling you to do right now. And that will be the easier path, and it also will be the path ahead of others. For those that don't choose that path and choose to grip onto the path and not take these steps that they're being called to take, or find this relief from whatever is causing some anxiety and tension within their lives, the message I'm getting is something on the collective and global level may come into to make this shift happen. to really make people release. There's a really strong message here around that pentacle energy. So something around security and stability, be it financial, work, health matters, that will make people take that blindfold off and look at what they need to do, what their intuition is telling them to do. Yeah, we've got the 10 of Wands coming out. So releasing, like this is the end point of the journey. She will put down those sticks and release that burden she's carrying around. Any other messages relating to this, Spirit? Anything else we need to know? Messages that are of the light and for the best and highest good of all. Just my pocket archetype steps just called me. 2 more shuffles on this one. 4 of Swords. We're healing something in this releasing. And Page of Swords at the bottom. Ace of Cups. Page of Cups. Really heart-based, heart-centered energy. Got 2 cards here, the Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords, that both have the moon cycles on them. And so I'm really getting whatever this is, this transition, this receiving of messages and taking the steps is between this new moon in Taurus and the next new moon. Let me just see when that is. Must be in Gemini, hey? Okay. So we've got the new moon in Taurus happening in the next couple of days, and then the new moon in Gemini happens on the 27th of May Australian time, so possibly 26th of May in some other parts of the world. And that's representing a shift from intentions around our security and stability to intentions around communication, being Gemini energy, air energy, thoughts, communication, mental stimulation. Interesting. All right, let's see what this pocket archetype deck wanted to tell us. Do we need to know, Spirit? What would you like us to know relating to this new path, new beginning, and release? The womb, creating something. Then we've got the creator and the empty room. This feels very similar to messages I've been getting all week. Actually, last week's message, I did another tarot reading this week that really had this idea of creating a brand new path from nothing. Like, we've got a blank canvas in these spaces, whatever this might be for you, but also for us on the collective level, there is a blank canvas, and the womb is the ultimate creator energy, really. It is that dark space from which life is created. And that's why this feels so scary. That's why people are holding on with that 4 of Pentacles energy and really feeling like looking outside of themselves for the answers, but the answers aren't out there. I think I said this in last week's message, or maybe in the update message I put on Instagram on Monday. The idea that if you know what your path looks like, it is not your path. You are creating someone else's path. You need to come back within yourself. And I understand this is incredibly daunting to do, particularly for people that haven't been comfortable with this energy previously. But to wipe the slate clean, release what needs to be released, let go of all of the stories and ideas that you've told yourself around what the path ahead needs to look like, and create, paint that path, plant those seeds, set those intentions, make those steps, call in what it is that you are wanting to call in and manifest. There is infinite possibility, and you can sit in this empty room, this dark empty room, from a place of fear or from a place of sitting with the possibility of all of that. And as I say that, I'm getting this really strong sense that we're creating things that have never been done before. This idea that, and there's different energies and different roles that people might have to play within that. There are those There are the oracles that are bringing through the messages around the shifts and transitions, and maybe some of these ideas in a big conceptual way. There's the visionaries that are starting to articulate what this could look like, and then there's like the builders and the architects, or well, actually, they're all creative energy. Yeah, the builders and architects that are putting this into reality, that are creating this reality. But within our own individual lives, we are all of those things. We are the oracles when we can sit with ourselves and receive these messages. We are the visionaries that can create that vision for ourselves and manifest that and call that all in. And we are the builders and architects that create this piece by every step, action, intention that we take each day. I feel really complete in that message. There was something else that was coming through as I was saying that, though. Just trying to see if I can recall what that was. I'm looking at notes from another tarot reading that I've done for someone this week. And the phrase that's sitting right here says, your past is holding you back. You can't move forward when looking back to the past and holding yourself there. So there's something here around this energy that you really need to sit with. There are things to release. And I think that original part 1 of the message that I recorded yesterday, where 22 on the timer, where I spoke about possibly those even being familial connections and ideas around what is too sacred to release. We're rethinking that, but we're also rethinking what everything could look like in the future. Very interesting. I'm loving this new path energy and this call to sit in the unknown, to surrender to the possibility, to think outside the square, think outside the box of what we have been conditioned to believe are the only ways to exist, to build, to create, to be within the world. There is a huge shift in our understanding of what is possible outside of the cage in which we have been conditioned to remain within. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that message resonates and lands where it needs to for you. Again, it just seems like we've got so much potent energy right now to release, to create, to bring in absolutely new things that we possibly couldn't have even imagined before. So really lean into that. Use this new moon as an opportunity to set some intentions, plant some seeds, really think about what it is. If you could wipe the slate clean and create a brand new life, a brand new connection, a brand new career path, even just a new frequency and experience of life for yourself, what would that look like? Because that's the magic of this energy right now. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.